Gather the kids around. Santa's going to read you a story. Santa is coming to Nebraska. Santa might already be there, but Santa is coming to Nebraska. And Mrs. Claus was asking me this morning about the weather, and I told her I think it's going to rain, dear. Santa is coming to Nebraska. Well, boomed Santa to the head elf, have all the children from Nebraska been good this year? Why, yes, said the elf, from Norfolk to North Platte, from Grand Island to Omaha, all the children in Nebraska have been very good. Jolly good, chuckled Santa. Then we better get their presents onto the sleigh. Even though the sack of presents was really, really big and the elves were really, really small, they seemed to have no trouble loading it into Santa's sleighs. We're ready to go to Nebraska. Oh, not quite, said the head elf. One of our reindeers is missing. Missing? Which reindeer is missing? Asked Santa. Comet. Santa asked the elf, or said the elf. I've called and called her, but just then a reindeer appeared munching on a large carrot. There's Comet, said Santa, giving the reindeer a little wink. Now let's get to Nebraska. With a flick of the rein, they were off, racing through the sky. Ho, 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 laughed Santa. We'll soon have these presents delivered to the Cornhusker State. Santa's sleigh flew high through this wintry sky across the Arctic Ocean, and in the wink of an eye, the sleigh was flying above Canada and onward to Nebraska. Suddenly, the sky filled with clouds and snowflakes swirled around the sleigh. They were in a blizzard. Oh no, they couldn't see a thing and soon seemed to be hopelessly lost. Which way was Nebraska? In the midst of the howling storm, Comet peered into the distance. Was that Panorama Point? With a sharp tug, Comet started leading the sleigh downward. Whoa, cried Santa, what's going on? Down, down, down they went. And then when the clouds parted, Santa discovered exactly where they were. They were in Nebraska. Well done, Comet, exclaimed Santa. Now I know where we are. Don't worry, children. Santa is coming. Santa drove his sleigh expertly from rooftop to rooftop all over Nebraska, popping in and out of chimneys as fast as they could go. Welcome to Nebraska, Santa. There were big chimneys in Hastings and small chimneys in Kearney. Santa squeezed down chimneys in Bellevue and plummeted down chimneys in Broken Bow. Do you know what happens when Santa gets stuck in a chimney? He becomes crisp, Kringle. In house after house all over Nebraska, Santa delivered inside the sack for packages of every size and shape. He piled them under Christmas trees and carefully filled up the stockings with surprises. All the good children of Nebraska had left out a large plate of cookies and small glass of milk and a big crunchy carrot. Santa took a nibble out of each cookie and a sip of milk, wiped his fluffy beard, and popped the carrot into his sack. Santa should get a steak, shouldn't he? I mean, I think Santa would like a good steak. If anybody wants to leave a steak, that would be good. From Lincoln to Columbus, from Fremont to Scotts Bluff, Santa and his sleigh visited every house in the Cornhusker State. His favorite was Seward, though. Comet was amazed at how quickly they went. Santa never seemed to get tired at all. But Comet was starting to feel a bit sleepy and quite hungry too. Finally, Santa had delivered the last present on his long Nebraska list. "It's past midnight," he sighed, "and my sack seems as heavy as ever. I hope I haven't forgotten anyone." Santa opened his sack to check, and it was full of crunchy carrots. Santa divided the carrots among all the reindeer. "Great job," he said, patting Comet gently on the nose. But Comet didn't hear him. He was too busy munching on a carrot. Then there was time to set off for home. Soon they were speeding through the crisp, starry night. "Ho, ho, ho," laughed Santa. "Merry Christmas, Nebraska." Merry Christmas, Bulldog Nation. Go Dogs. Hope you have a Merry Christmas.
Very
Love
good.
the dogs.